Do you want a cheap and easy way to keep what you do on the internet anonymous and secure? Try ProXPN. For $6.25 a month, you can safely surf the web anywhere in the world. Do you travel a lot? With ProXPN, you can even get on websites such as YouTube and Netflix that are blocked in some countries. Devices currently supported with premium membership are Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, and Android. ProXPN, keeping you anonymous since 2009. Try today. Link in the description below.
Hello YouTube, today we're going to review the PNY 64GB with photo recovery program. PNY up to 85 megabytes per second, class 10, 1 Ultra HD speed. It's HD performance for cell phones, tablets, GoPros, drones. It doesn't show video cameras, but I assume video cameras as well. It does have the green label, which is usually economy, which is usually slow. WD green, Seagate green for hard drives at least are slower variants that can get up to, but not exactly, 85 megabytes per second, class 10. This was supposed to be $40 at Walmart, and then I went to the self-scanner, rang it up. It was Black Thursday, Black Friday, and the self-scanner said $40 as well. I went, they had a 128 gigabyte, which I got a few of already, but I always want the highest one while they're on sale. And I'm like, oh, the self-scanner says 40, the tag says 40, it must be 40. I went to ring it up, and it rang up at the freaking desk at $19. So I'm like, what the F? I should have went back, hit cancel, and got the 128, but oh well. I don't really need 128 for this tablet. This is the Samsung Galaxy Active. I haven't done a full review of it yet, but I am very impressed with it. In order to put this into your tablet or your DSLR camera, you either take this out of the casing and put the SD card in the adapter, or you just purely put the SD card inside of whatever device you're using, your cell phone or whatever, without the adapter, because most cell phones and tablets do not accept adapters. And you'll see on the back of the Galaxy Active there is a notch, and I'm going to use a toothpick. Sorry, that's from The Nutty Professor. A toothpick. I said I need a toothpick. Funny movie. And you'll hear it pop like a girl's cherry. But anyway, we're moving on from that. Can't wait to do my full tablet review, because I bought this tablet wondering, why is it over $100 when it's used? Most Samsung tablets that are used do not go for $100 or more, unless they're the newest of the new one. And I found out that the Galaxy Tab Active is a business tablet, and is waterproof up to like 30 inches for 30 minutes. It can last a long time. And here's the huge battery. And the SD card goes right here in this little slot, so you have to pull the battery out from the bottom, not the top, from the bottom, definitely not the top, and that's what it looks like. Big battery for a big tablet. And it also usually comes with a case and the S Pen, which I do not have. The S Pen, I do have the case with this tablet. And yeah, PNY. The only issue I've ever had with them is that their adapters right here stop working after a while, and I've had 2 of them corrupt. But I've had, God, with all the cell phones, I've had at least 18 PNY SD cards in my lifetime. And only 2 corrupted out of 18. It's pretty good odds. Apologize for that. Someone's talking on PlayStation. Hope you didn't go deaf. I get annoyed by that myself. And here we go. We're going to open this up. And if you are a senior citizen, you don't know what an SD card is, you don't know why they're important, they hold memory, they hold your files, they hold pictures of your dead grandchildren that got run over by the train. And you can put movies on them if you know how to. You can put video games on them if you're an old gamer, grandpa gamer, a GG, good game. And if they're PNY, they make them extremely difficult to get out of their casing. There we go. Look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it? And I'm going to keep the adapter for probably a different SD card that's not PNY. This is actually a pretty high quality adapter, honestly. It's heavy duty. Usually these adapters feel really cheap, even from SanDisk. This one feels very, very HD. Very, very high quality, very dense, like my brain. I am bullheaded, I've been told, and I'm a stubborn a-hole. But yes, there it is. Now we're going to plug this right in. The maximum that the Galaxy Tab supposedly can support is 64 gigabytes, and at, I think it was 30 read speed, so this is way more. Oh, cool. That was cool. It just slid right in, and then, wow, that was weird. And then we will see if it supports it. And if it supports it on this tablet, it should support it on most tablets starting with as old as the Galaxy Tab 2. Because I believe when the Tab 1 came out, I could be wrong, they didn't have 64 gigabyte SD cards out for consumer level devices yet. They did have them professionally. Because, you know, when a new memory source comes out, Hollywood always gets it first. And then they charge, I remember 128 gigabyte SD cards like 2 years ago were $960. I don't know why. And then, 2 years later, they're already down to 20 to 45, and then 256 is the new one. And another thing is, with these updates, these memory updates, it's planned obsolescence, where you'll buy a Galaxy S9 now, and it supports up to, like 856 gigabytes SD cards. And then, like, 2 years later, they'll come out with a new phone that can support up to a terabyte SD card. I didn't think I had a limit. There we go. I love this one. I absolutely love it. Like, most Samsung tablets lag on the load screen. You'll see, like, the device doesn't lag at all in a second. Look at that. No lag at all on that load up screen. And you have to make sure that this tablet is very, very picky when it comes to waterproofing, that the back is completely on. I've had times where I'll snap one part. Oh, Android starting optimizing 1 of 1. Oh, you can't even see it because there we go. Optimizing 1 of 1. It's the SD cards being optimized. So I'm assuming it works, and we'll go to storage. But yeah, you have to make sure that every tab is clicked in on this tablet. And there are some that are extremely difficult to get clicked in, and they'll click out on their own. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Beautiful. It's not the 23rd. Yeah, it is. It's the 23rd. And what we will do is we will go to settings and storage. Alright, storage. And 16 gigabytes. Total space on the SD card is 58.90 gigabytes. So yes, the tablet is compatible with this card. You might have to format your SD card to work properly. If you don't format your cards, you may have an issue with dang updater, with it corrupting on its own quicker because it's formatted by the factory and not by the device you're using it on. So we will format the SD card. I don't need the recovery thing. I really don't need the recovery thing because I have this program called Recuva on my computer, and it records deleted files. The SD card has been inserted, blah, blah, okay, boom. And then after the formatting, you get 58.93 GB, which is not bad for $20. And it does work. Someone's going to say, well, what about the speed transfers? How fast does it transfer stuff? Well, you saw it on the box. I don't have to do a test if it can really transfer up to 85.0 megabytes per second. You know how fast they transfer on these things. Tablets transfer, they don't use the full maximum transfer speed. They transfer like 10 to 30 megabytes per second, which a 500 gigabyte file would transfer in like 20 or 40 seconds, depending on if the speed's consistent or not. So yes, it does work. It's compatible. It formats fine. There's no issues. $20, Walmart, Samsung Galaxy Tab active. Will work on your Samsung Galaxy Tabs up to the 2, and the Samsung Galaxy Tab E, and the Samsung Galaxy Tab A. I'm stuttering because it's such a mouthful to say. I've had all those tablets, the Galaxy Tab E, A, 2, and the 64 gigabytes I used that were SanDisk, worked on them as well. I hope you enjoyed this review.